Hey everybody, Dr. Jaime here, and you are about to listen to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I hope you enjoy the tips and advice in this segment. Hey everyone, Dr. Jaime here with the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. And today I am with Natalia Levey with healthyintent.com. And she is the author of Cravings Boss. And today we're going to take some time to chat about all things cravings. Natalia, welcome to the Dr. Jaime Show.
Thank you so much, Jaime, for having me here today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so cravings. I guess to begin, we know what cravings are because we know the feeling, but what exactly is a craving?
Well, I talk about cravings as the messages that our bodies send to us. And there's a huge difference between cravings and hunger. And I do address that in my book. But cravings it's the desire, specific desire for a very specific food. Because if you think about it, when you're hungry, you're just hungry. But when you crave something super specific.
Absolutely. And we talked about on another show you and I did before how I need Nordstrom shoes. And so I'm glad that is a craving, not necessarily to eat, but to buy. But that being said, for going on food here and not Nordstrom shoes, why do people have cravings? Why do we crave chocolate, or why do we crave a certain food? What are some reasons?
Well, the reason that you crave shoes from Nordstrom,
right.
Why? Because
Yes.
There's an emotion connected to that.
I knew it.
The same thing with food, because you want to feel a certain way. You want to get, every time we eat, it leaves a memory imprint in our brain. And it connects us to a certain feeling, to a certain emotion. And it's very, very powerful. Because we all want to feel a certain way. We want to feel loved. We want to feel happy. We never want to feel sad. So when you're sad and you're eating something that your mother used to make for you when you were a kid and when you were sad, that's the food that you crave, because you just want to fix how the bad feeling that you're in.
So emotion definitely behind cravings. And then the example you gave is almost like a comfort food as well.
Oh, for sure.
I know you chat about a few reasons in your book other than emotion as to why we crave. What is another one or two examples of why people might crave some foods?
So some of them could be hormonal imbalances, and you and I, we talked about how men and women crave differently because we have different, just the way that we are hormonally built is different. But another big one is nutritional deficiencies, because our bodies are smart. Cravings aren't the enemy. Make them work for you. So your body intuitively will tell you if you're missing certain nutrients that it actually needs to properly function.
And you had mentioned before, this is why it's important to go to your doctor, get your blood work done to check your levels, because you could be low in calcium or iron, and that could be why you're craving certain foods. Is that right?
Oh, for sure. I'm a huge proponent of actually having data. Go to the doctor, get your blood work done, and look, so that actually it could be a great starting point. So if you've never been to the doctor, go and ask your doctor to run your hormones, to run all of your nutrients, to look for deficiencies, because that's how I found the cure for what I thought was depression. I went to the doctor and they ran my blood work and they found that I actually was not absorbing certain nutrients.
Okay, so all right, so let's go back to sort of the emotion behind eating. So many people are listening saying, okay, I eat when I am stressed out. What are some tips, or how can people keep from indulging when they are depressed or stressed out?
Now, stress is a huge contributor to cravings, but with stress, I feel that we can very easily split up stress into predictable stress and unpredictable stress. And most of the stress in our life is predictable. You know you're going to have to get in the car, drive your kid to school, or go to work and deal with your boss, all of that. So you can prevent that. So then you know that whether you need to have a bottle of water next to you, or if you need to pack snacks ahead of time or something like that. It's the unpredictable stress that we need to plan for.
Yeah, and I had talked about earlier when we did a show together, I had talked about how your body uses about 25% of glucose of your brain uses about 25% of your body's glucose at any given time. So even if you're depleted completely, your brain still needs to operate and work. So it's going to take what it needs from your depleted body. That's when we get headaches, brain fog, we're not feeling good. So when you're stressed and rushed on the go, that's the most important time to eat, and to eat healthy, to give your body essentially its fuel to keep going.
For sure.
Yeah. And
yes.
being on the go, you talked about, packing something. That's so important, because some of us are eating these processed foods and these fast foods, and that's really a deterrence to our mood. Another thing I think is really important, and we've talked about this before, is water. You've got to drink water. What is your take on it? And tell us a little bit about the spa water.
I think that most of us are dehydrated, and when you're dehydrated, your body doesn't have the ability to even transport the nutrients. Your blood is thicker and it's not functioning well. So drinking water is essential. There's many different types of water. I'm not going to go into much into that right now. But if you're really, some people hate water.
Yes.
I hear it so much. I hate water. Make water fun and interesting. Add flavors to it, and that's where spa water comes in. And you can add different fruits and berries and use fresh herbs to really make the flavors explode and just like dance together in your mouth.
I love it. That shows your culinary background with that statement. Okay, so I'm so glad that you joined us today on the Dr. Jaime Show. If people want to find out a little bit more about you, where can they go, and what information will they find when they go there?
Well, thank you so much for having me. Hopefully we gave you some really good, useful tips. You can get a lot more information at my website, healthyintent.com.
And we can find your book, follow you on social media. You've got courses there that people can take to learn how to cook. So some awesome things. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, you are listening to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. Do me a favor, go to iTunes, Google Play, and rate the Dr. Jaime Show subscribe, follow, like, and review. Keeps amazing guests like Natalia here on the show. Have a fabulous weekend, and go grab a water bottle right now. Thank you so much for listening to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I really hope that you enjoyed the tips and advice given on today's segment. Do me a favor and go to iTunes and my YouTube, and please subscribe to that channel. Every subscribe, every like, every follow helps the Dr. Jaime Show grow so that we can bring you the best guest and the best content possible. And of course, as always, if you have any feedback, feel free to leave that as well. Talk to you soon.